de Janeiro. And also, of course, to all the industrial teams who built the satellites, led by Space Systems Loral for Star 1C4 and Thales Alenia Space for MSG4. Coming up to the 1 minute mark.
À tous de DDO, attention pour moins 1 minute. Top H0 moins 1 minute.
We are live at the Guyana Space Center for the launch of Star 1C4, a telecommunications satellite for Embratel Star 1 and built by Space Systems Loral, and the weather satellite MSG4 for EUMETSAT, built by Thales Alenia Space. Our very best wishes to all the teams. Good luck, everyone.
À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, unité. Top allumage moteur Vulcain. Allumage confirmé. Top allumage AP décollage. Les paramètres à bord sont nominaux.
And there she goes, blazing her trail across the equatorial skies, tucked behind a cloud there because it was very beautiful skies earlier today, and then the clouds came in, and after the initial 12 seconds of vertical climb we rotated to the east, and now we're heading out over the Atlantic Ocean. We are burning 3 engines. You can see the blue flame is from the Vulcan engine, which we...
en vol supersonique, les paramètres à bord sont normaux.
Now, we're going supersonic. We've 48 seconds into the flight. We went through Mach 1, and that means that we're now travelling faster than the speed of sound. We're actually getting the rumble of the vehicle as she flies over here at the Jupiter Mission Control Center, about 18 kilometers from that pad. So, yeah, I was saying we're burning 3 engines, but it's those 2 boosters on the those great big tanks there on the side of the vehicle which are doing all the work, and their job is to get us away from the gravity of the Earth. Gravity which makes life possible for us here on Earth, but it also makes it very difficult for us to get away. And we need a lot of firepower to do that. On the bottom of the screen you can see our altitude. There is... He's telling us that everything's going according to plan. We can see there the altitude is 51 kilometers kilometers above the Earth. In the middle, our distance from the pad, 71 kilometers, as if we were to draw a line across the Earth, and our speed, 2 kilometers per second. And we are getting the scheduled losing of the boosters. And he's confirmed it. Separation of the boosters is confirmed. They have burnt their propellant and we don't need them anymore. We are shedding weight. The lighter we are, the faster we go. So we're now burning the main stage. That great big tank there, the grey tank of cryogenic propellant, that's burning for about 9 minutes. Take a look at the top of the vehicle there, you could see it. That was the fairing there on the right-hand side. That's the pointed nose of our launcher. It's protecting the satellites from the rigours of the launch, the acoustic vibrations at liftoff, notably. I think you can imagine just how loud.
Les données reçues sont conformes à l'attendu. Le vol est nominal.
He's saying that everything is nominal. That means that everything is normal and everything is going according to plan. And the fairing is also protecting the satellites from friction because we're flying through the dense part of the atmosphere. And of course that warms the skin of the launcher. But right now we're coming to the edge of that dense part. Look at our altitude, 120 odd kilometers above the Earth.
Séparation de la coiffe.
And we've had separation of the fairing. We don't need it anymore. We're losing weight again. And look at how those parts flex there as they fall. It's called the breathing mode, and it's all part of the plan. It's an incredible thing to think that it takes us just over 3 minutes to climb outside Earth's atmosphere and get to the edge of space. That is all that protects us from the cosmos and from space. Makes you realise that we really do need to look after our atmosphere. If you were driving your car on a vertical highway into the sky, it would take you about 50 minutes. So, our satellites are now exposed to space for the first time.
Les mesures sont correctes. Le fonctionnement du lanceur est conforme à l'attendu.
Everything's going normally. You can see there on the picture on the right, Star 1 is the satellite at the front. We can't see MSG-4 behind it because it's covered by the black structure which we call the cylinder. And you can see there, Star 1, the rectangular structures are the solar panels. So that's the tracking station there, Galileo, you can see. The first tracking station, that's at the Guyana Space Center. That's tracking our vehicle at the moment. Our altitude, 163 kilometers above the Earth. We are 528 kilometers from the pad along the ground, and we're flying at 3.29 kilometers per
Les paramètres
second.
de propulsion et de pilotage sont normaux. Le vol est calme.
Everything's going according to plan and the flight is calm, says our range operations manager. And we launched 5 minutes and 50 seconds ago from the pad here in French Guiana. And here we are. You can see Star 1 C4 at the front there. Those two round structures are the reflectors, and in the middle, so to the left if you like, of Star 1 C4 is that black structure, and that is called the cylinder.
Tous les paramètres à bord sont nominaux. La trajectoire est normale.
There we go, 6.5 minutes ago. So the cylinder, the black structure, allows us to launch 2 satellites at the same time on board Ariane 5. And to the left of that you can see, well, the disc, the grey disc is
Le pilotage est calme. Il reste moins de 2 minutes de propulsion du premier étage.
Is the upper stage. He's telling us that everything is calm and we have 2 minutes left of propulsion on the upper stage. So we're heading out across the Atlantic, and our flight path takes us along the equator across Africa, and we'll start separating the satellites over the east coast of Africa. It's going to take us about 20 minutes to get there before we separate the first satellite, Star 1 C4. Right now we're at an altitude of 189 kilometers. We're going to have to travel to 1,145 kilometers above the Earth to separate Star 1 C4. We're tracking the launcher using ground stations as she flies over. It's called telemetry.
Il reste moins d'1 minute de propulsion de l'étage principal de la technique.
And Ariane sends data to those ground stations, which tells us how the flight is progressing.
Acquisition de la télévision lanceur par la station de Nassau au Brésil.
How the flight is progressing in real time. And we have the acquisition of signal there confirmed at the Natal tracking station. That's on the northeast coast of Brazil. That's our second station to pick up the signal. We're looking at computer-generated images here. They're showing us what the expert